As a business, we spend a lot of time working with clients who've inherited the task of Infinity reporting from somebody else within their organisation. Whether a colleague has moved on or simply progressed into a different role, it's often a daunting task to be left as the person responsible for taking over a new piece of technology. The good news is that it's not as big a task as you might think, and in this video I'm going to briefly talk you through the key things to look out for to help you get to grips with our tool. The Infinity Hub makes identifying key metrics and insights simple. However, there are some elements to the product which are customizable, and it's important that you spend some time understanding exactly how your organisation, agency or client has set up their installation. The first step is to understand your tracking pools. These are very much the foundation on which your Infinity installation is built, and so it's really important to take the time to understand how they've been configured. Our clients will use tracking pools in different ways. The most common is to track calls based on criteria such as geography, regional offices, or functional areas. By understanding your tracking pools, you'll be able to split data out and identify how each part of your business is performing in driving calls and goals. As well as containing your dynamic and fixed numbers, your tracking pools also have setup options which can be applied on a pool-by-pool basis. You're able to turn on features such as call recording, call rating, and call announce, dependent on your requirements within the hub. Further information about tracking pools and number types can be found in our campus. Now, one of my favourite things about our tool is that every client uses some of our core tracking features in different ways. With this in mind, my next tip is to identify what, if any, customizations have been made to date. The key areas to pay attention to are your goals configuration and channel settings. Goals are what allow you to measure the most valuable interactions between you and your customers, and so it's vital that you take the time to understand what you're measuring and how your goals are triggered. Your goals configuration can be found within your account settings in the hub. Whilst we give all of our clients the ability to create their own URL-based goals, any other changes to goal setup will need to be actioned by our support team. Likewise, your Infinity channels are there to help you identify where lands and calls are coming from, and so taking the time to familiarise yourself with your default and custom channels is a fantastic step to help you hit the ground running with your reporting. Our marketing source tracking is based on channel detection modes, and so it's really important that you understand how each channel has been configured to identify, split out, and report on traffic. Within the hub, you'll be able to look at your configuration setup. I always encourage clients to review the UTM mediums and referring domains when identifying custom channel detection, in order to ensure that your existing channel and campaign architecture matches the data being captured by Infinity. My final tip for housekeeping is that you need to identify who has access to the account and what level of access they have. For our legacy clients, there are often many people who've moved on from an organisation who still have access to the platform, and we would always advise that their access be revoked. This also applies should you change agencies. Support will be able to help you to identify all users who have access to your account and set up new users should you need them to. Further information and videos on each of these features and more can be found within our campus. We also have a dedicated support team who are on hand to help you should you have any further questions.